This article here is from March 30th, 2023. It's called Sanderson vs. Paltrow, Trial Day 7, Defense Rests on Afternoon Before Trial's Final Day. And it looks like to me this is going to end pretty soon. And it also looks like I think Gwyneth is going to get the win. What I said when I first heard about it is probably this guy crashed into a celebrity and he figures whether it's my fault or not, I've got not too much to lose by trying to sue. If I win, I'll get a lot of money. If I lose, I'm in my 70s. That'll be that. Why not take the risk? That was my gut feeling, and I think that's probably what's going on here. So this article here is being updated live, but I think I got the gist of it, and all we need to talk about right now is right here. 2:30 p.m., medical witness says use of booze suggests plaintiff didn't have significant concussion. The Paltrow civil trial has had celebrity teams of lawyers, courtroom drama, social media saturation, wardrobe fixation, contrasting medical testimony, and now a nod toward booze. Wednesday afternoon, Dr. Angela Eastwald, a neurologist testifying for the defense, noted Terry Sanderson, the man suing Paltrow for a 2016 skiing collision at Deer Valley, drank more alcohol days after the crash, something she said a person with a concussion would not do. About a week and a half after the injury, Mr. Sanderson reported a markedly increased intake of alcohol, Dr. Eastwald said. He reported to his primary care physician that he was drinking 5 to 6 drinks 2 to 3 times a week, which is actually quite a significant amount of alcohol. Eastwald said she's been on the faculty at the University of Utah and has consulted professional sports teams on concussions. Rather than drinking to drown their sorrows, she said alcohol makes people with concussions feel sick. All right, naturally, if you've got a concussion and you're drinking a lot, you're going to feel sick and probably stop the drinking because you'll feel sick. That makes sense. One of the telltale signs is reduced tolerance to alcohol, such that if people are concussed, said Dr. Eastwald, more often than not, they report feeling ill or they get really intoxicated off a fraction of the alcohol than they normally drink. Most people do not enjoy drinking alcohol when they're concussed. In cross-examination, Bob Skies, attorney for Sanderson, made it a point to mention Eastwald is not a medical doctor and also questioned why she did not interview Sanderson himself. All right, fair point, fair point. Without being a doctor myself, I can't quite say. The crash almost certainly didn't do it. That's what medical experts for Gwyneth Paltrow's legal team testified on Wednesday morning in the 7th day of civil trial against her for a 2016 ski crash at Deer Valley. Okay, well, they weren't actually saying he didn't have a concussion. They just said the crash didn't do it, so something must have done it. Dr. Robert Holsch, a neurologist and regional chief medical officer for Intermountain Healthcare, said long-term cognitive trouble for Terry Sanderson likely stems from depression, anxiety, and aging, not a collision on a beginner run. My opinion is if he had a concussion, it was very mild, and more likely than that, I would say 95% or more that he would have made a full recovery from that concussion within a few weeks, said Dr. Holsch. That's a tough name. Let's call him Dr. H. More than 99% recovery within a few months. Dr. H's testimony seemed to underscore themes from another defense expert earlier Wednesday. But of course, it contrasts dramatically with medical experts for Sanderson's team who said last week he is still struggling from a concussion and became obsessed with getting his old life back after the crash. Were it not for that particular accident, the life he was living 6 to 9 months before, he would still be living, said Dr. Sam Goldstein, a neuropsychologist. Sanderson is now in his mid-70s, and the defense has cast his health woes in both pre-existing and progressive for a person his age. More medical experts may testify for the remainder of Wednesday. Closing arguments could come as early as Thursday. Then the case will to a jury of 6 women and 4 men. So like I said, this should be over pretty quick. I think we've pretty much gotten it all out there. Once again, I'm no medical expert, but if you've got a concussion, I don't think you'd be drinking so much. If you've had one, let me know. Did you ever get a concussion and then start drinking a lot? I've also got to think common sense for most people says his age does play a role in this. If he was mid-60s, maybe not as much, but Mid-70s is getting up there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Doing shout-outs, special thanks, pop culture. If you don't subscribe here, I'll be pretty sad about it. If you do subscribe, you'll get videos and you'll be subscribed. See you next time.